watch the battery because that's going to die, and if it dies,
You're live.
Oh. Hey guys, hello. I am live painting the shop tonight, working on some spindly chairs. It doesn't float my boat, but you know what? It's going to be a gorgeous table and chairs when we're done. So that's keeping me motivated, is to get to the end product. My client really wanted stain.
Hey, this is asking me, share this video with all things fancy.
No.
All right.
My client wanted stain and paint together. So I have already stained these chairs. Babe, can you move that chair completely out of the way? Or unless they want to see it. Have they seen it? I'm going to show them first. So I already painted that. This chair's done. This chair has been, it was this orangey oak color like this right here. Like this, not the seat, but like this. It was orangey oak. And so was the seat. But this seat has now been stained dark, and that seat's been stained dark, and then I've also painted it. So Matt's going to move that chair out of the way so I can flip this around and y'all can see what I'm doing here. Okay, so let me turn my chair around. The struggle with this, you guys, is that you don't want to get stain on your paint and you don't want to get paint on your stain. So that's what makes it a little bit more tedious. Instead of just painting the whole chair or staining the whole chair. So, what?
Somebody was saying the chair looks huge at that angle.
Does it? Does it look funky? So we've already, I stained the chair already, I stained the seat, stripped it, conditioned it, stained it. Then the whole thing's been cleaned really well in White Lightning, and then I scuffed these spindles. I scuffed it with a little, one of these surf prep pads like this, like a scuffing pad. This is the medium, correct? These are available on Dixie Belle. They come in packages. I just wrapped it around the post and just worked it up and down the post and scuffed it really well and cleaned that off. And now I'm using a tiny, tiny little 1/4 inch angled brush, one of my detail brushes. And this is gray B.O.S. primer. And I'm using this little angle brush to get right down here up against the base of the spindle and pulling it up so that I don't get it on the seat. Now, when I was staining the seat, each spindle, the base of each spindle, I had taped off so that I didn't get stain on the spindle. The reason I don't want to get stain on the spindle is I'd have to either try to get it off, or I would need to let it dry for 72 hours before I started trying to work with it. And I don't want to do that. I want to keep moving. So here I am doing this tiny little work, but it's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 spindles per chair. And there's 4 chairs, but this is the hardest part. This is the most tedious part. And of course, when you start painting the upper part of the spindles, you want to make sure you've got your seat covered so you don't splatter any paint on your seat. Something else I want to show you, I did show on Dixie Belle's page. If you are working on your base and you're going like this, and you're so focused on this, and you're done, you're like, okay, I'm done. And then you go over here to this next one, and then you start working on all 9 of them. Oh man, I can't do this and talk at the same time. I did not have one mistake on that other chair. Okay, so you don't want to just leave your paint thick like that. You want to be sure and feather it up on your little spindle before you move on. So what I mean is go like this, feather it up, so that you don't come back to it in a little bit and your primer started drying and you have a ridge that you've got to sand out. So make sure you feather it up like that. Right? And still, you kind of, got to just work your way around. I did this post as well. You just want to do the base of every single post, just like this, the base of each one. Now this chair, the other chair I stained last night. This chair was just stained. Is this the one I just stained on live video?
No.
Where's the one I stained on? Oh, I need to wipe that back. Oh shoot, I need to wipe that back. Oh my gosh, I left it up there. Will you bring it to me?
Yeah.
Oh my word. I'm like,
You done with the bottoms of those spindles?
Pretty much. I mean, enough.
All right.
Oh my gosh. I left stain on the other chair. Yeah, close enough for now. I just need to wipe I need to wipe my chair seat back. Okay, so I used the tiny brush, and then I'm also using a 1-inch brush to remove the spindles. But he is gonna bring me, my chair. The oak chair that's got stain all over it. All right, so this has no pink gel stain all over it. This has the tape around the spindles, so that keeps me from getting tape on the spindles where I'm gonna paint. And I've brushed this on and I've left it for a while, so I'm just gonna fold this out. You can use an old rag, this is those blue shop towels. Just fold it out flat, and I'm just gonna start pulling it back, just like this. And you can wipe in different directions. You don't have to stay in the same direction, but you're gonna start kind of rubbing it in.
So wax on, wax off?
What? I'm not a
Karate Kid.
Karate Kid. You've been watching too much Cobra Kai. Huh. Go ahead, admit it.
No. Only if there's nothing else.
Admit you're watching Cobra Kai.
All right, I love Ralph Macchio.
So, oh shoot, I'm supposed to have a glove on. I am really, really distracted and discombobulated.
That's good. That's probably been sitting there for 45 minutes. No, half hour anyway.
Alright, let me spin it. I totally forgot, but it's fine. It looks good.
Yeah, looks good.
Alright, so I'm going to get a different cloth here and kind of put my finger in. Put my finger in the hole and get in between there, just like this. I'm not rubbing hard. I'm just going kind of soft. Just doing like a feather-light kind of stroke around there, and then I'll come back around the front side of it.
You have to watch your pressure while you're doing that?
Yes, exactly. That's why it's super light. It looks like I'm rubbing hard, but I'm not. I'm rubbing really, really softly.
Donna says, what are you putting on there? She's taking off. She's waxing off.
Yeah, this was no paint gel stain on an orangey oak chair. And I put it on in Espresso. And the chairs are they were less than perfect. I mean, they had seen their better day, that's for sure. The wood was really dry. I've got like some lineal marks on here, babe. I'm not sure what that's from. Sometimes things just show up in the wood like that here on the back as well. But it looks good.
Yeah, you do.
Huh? Yeah, I'm not sure what those are from. But it looks good.
Oops, sorry.
So then I will come over here and take the blue tape off. And then you can really see the difference between the before and the after of the colors when they're right next to each other like that. And then I'll let this stain dry overnight, and then I'll come back out here and start with my tiny little brush. I need to let whatever stain is kind of pulled down around the bottom, I need to let it dry really well before I get back in here with my little brush and start painting.
Sorry, I got the foot of the tripod hung up in the other tripod. It's tricky.
This one doesn't want to come off. Come on.
Donna says, I'm glad you're doing this. I used that over stain and it was sticky. What did I do wrong?
What did she use over stain?
Gel stain, I guess. Over existing? Are you talking about gel stain over existing stain?
Oh yeah, did you not buff off and not enough, Donna? And you have to really let that dry. You have to put it on pretty thin. If you're going over an existing, you don't want to put it on real thick. And I think people have a tendency to do that. You want to put it on real thin and build your coats when you're going over a factory finish. The difference is we went over raw wood, so it soaks into the wood. But when you're going over a factory finish, the no paint gel stain is just going to sit on top of that. It doesn't soak in. So you got to put it on really thin and let that dry. I let it dry a couple days, and then put it on again really thin until you get to the color you want.
Should you just scuff sand it first?
Scuff sanding still doesn't take it. I just don't think it takes it down enough for sanding. I think you either have to sand it or you have to put it on really thin. Because it's just sitting on top of that factory finish.
That looks good.
Looks good? All right, so that's that. I had forgotten about that. Crazy. Crazy me. All right. I don't know, that one doesn't seem as dark as the other two, does it?
No.
And we let it sit on longer. I wonder why. But the good thing is, if I decide that that's not dark enough, I can make it darker. I just need to put another coat on it. So I'll let that dry, and then I'll just put another coat on it and let that sit for a little bit and see if I can get it to match up. What I've definitely noticed is the wood grain itself. If you've got a piece of chair that has a lot of circles in it, those seem lighter. And then if you've got a chair that it has all the linear marks of the wood without the wood circles, the linear marks seem to stain darker, at least on the table leaves and stuff. That's what I've noticed.
So did you use the wood conditioner just on the seat or the whole chair?
On just the seat, because the whole chair has has the varnish and stuff still on it.
And what conditioner did you use?
I used Verathane. Is it Verathane?
It's Verathane, yeah.
Verathane wood conditioner. And the stripper that I used was Blue Bear. Blue Bear was amazing. It was really good, wasn't it, babe?
Yeah, it was good. And do you only use conditioner on raw wood? Or no?
Yes. Well, I'm not really the person to ask that, but I don't know why you would. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
How much dry time between coats? 24?
Yeah, I would come back out. I mean, I could, like, if I did this tonight, if I were still up in another 4 hours or so, I'd probably come back out here. And if it felt pretty dry to touch, I'd go ahead and put a little bit more on there. But if you're talking about where it's on top, if you've done it on top of a factory finish and you haven't, like this is soaking into the wood, but if you've done it on a factory finish, you're just laying it on there. So that needs to dry a couple days and then keep layering thin like that.
Why do you have to use conditioner?
You don't have to. It's honestly to keep from happening what happened right there. Sometimes when you are dealing with raw wood, I mean, wood has so many different, it's so porous, it has different variables in it, and no matter what you do, if you've got like a patchy area that's a little drier in one part of the wood than the other part of the wood, or it had more age, or maybe it had water that had seeped through and had some old water damage to it, if you don't condition it first all over, that sort of it's sort of like putting primer on your face before you put your base makeup on. It just makes it smoother and more even, so you get less splotchiness. That's why. You don't have to do it.
And Gary is the one that asked that question?
Oh, I hope that answered your question.
I'm just kidding. It was a woman, but
Oh.
could have been a man. You're talking about putting base on your face?
Oh, that's not what are you talking about? So I guess while we're sitting here, I'm gonna go ahead and use my little surf prep pad and start working, scuffing off some of the shine off of these legs. And again, this is just a precaution for me. I mean, the B.O.S. primer really primes, and it's really good. It's just because these are kitchen chairs, and I really want to give them, you know, as much use as possible to be as durable for as long as possible. So I'm scuffing, I'm priming, I'm doing multiple coats.
So Liz wants to know, would you use conditioner on raw cabinet doors before craft projects then?
Before craft projects, so like if you're like using the cabinet doors to do molds and transfers and stuff? Is that what you mean, Liz? Tell me more what you mean. I don't think so. I just use them for stain purposes. I just want my stain to go on smoothly. It's not gonna make a difference on your chalk paints at all. It's just for staining, because you know stain is see-through, it's transparent. I can see the wood. Like on this one, I don't know why it's got these horizontal lines, but I mean, wood is weird, you know? Sometimes
Sherry's
it's a little
on.
unpredictable. Huh?
Hi, Sherry.
Oh, hey, Sherry. Hi, Sherry. She said she's feeling better. Still feels, so she doesn't sound like she has pop rocks in her lungs anymore. Sherry has COVID.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. What is this stuck on? Oh. So the whole chair has already been cleaned in White Lightning. All the chairs have been washed twice in White Lightning. So I'm just scuffing this. I'm not going to White Lightning again. I'm just scuffing it down, and then I'll just wipe it down with the tack cloth. And I'll be ready to prime down here as well. They'll get one coat of B.O.S. gray primer, and then is my phone upside down? My phone's upside down. The camera's on the bottom. Am I upside down? No one said anything. No one said that I'm hanging from the ceiling.
I don't think so, or we would have heard. You want to share with them why you're wearing overalls instead of jeans?
Oh my gosh, y'all. Why do you want me to say that? Okay, so I was earlier today. I've been dressed all day because I had live videos this morning. And I mean, everybody's dressed all day, but you know what I mean. I had like not painting clothes on. I had real clothes on. I had a t-shirt on and some jeans. My favorite pair of jeans that have huge holes in the knees. I've had them forever. And I ran errands with Sadie, who's 14, and apparently never looks at me. Because we went to the juice store, I bought juices for a few days. We went to Home Goods to return something and picked her up a little bedside table. And Matt comes home, then we're home, I'm out here working. I'm like, babe, can you come hang some stuff on the wall? I gotta take some pictures. He's like, babe, turn around. I was like, what? I thought I had paint on me or something. He goes, don't move, I'm gonna take a picture. About this long?
Yeah.
Like all the way down beside my pocket of my jeans. About that long and open about like that. Completely ripped in the back. My butt cheek. Like a very large portion of my butt cheek. My naked.
Right next to your butt crack.
My naked butt cheek. I do have panties on, but you know, I wear a T-back. So my naked butt cheek was showing. Right through my pants. Right through my pants. No, my t-shirt did not even come close to going over where this large rip was on my jeans. I'm in shock. I'm still in shock. He showed me the picture. My mouth just fell open. I couldn't believe it. I just started reeling backwards in my head, like, where have I been? Oh my gosh, who have I seen? Were those people looking at me? I'm just walking through Home Goods like I own the place because I feel like I do. I'm there all the time, traipsing around with my big knee holes. And I bet they thought that 55-year-old woman thinks she is like the shit because look at her. And she's got her butt showing, her poor teenage daughter. Can you believe that? Yeah. I took that phone into Zadie's room. I'm like, you're in trouble. And she's like, what? What did I do? I showed her the phone and she goes, oh my gosh, yeah, I saw that. I was like, what? You saw it? And she was like, I thought it was paint. I thought you had paint on your pants. No, it was my butt. Yeah.
She thought it was fluff.
The color fluff. So, that's that. Just wait. I can't wait to get her back. Cannot wait.
She said, oh yeah, I saw that. I forgot to tell you.
Yeah, that's what she said. It's exactly what she said. I saw it, but I just forgot. Is this the one I just swiped back?
Yeah.
I really need to wait, but since it's right here, and we're painting, I might as well use my tiny brush and get down here and start letting some primer on here. Does anyone have any questions?
No.
Does anyone want to know how to their jeans so that they can look trendy and cool like that? No? Matt?
No, doesn't look like it.
Is it quiet?
The people were putting a lot of laughy faces, those floating faces that go on the right side of the phone.
Well, you gotta talk to me, babe. You gotta tell me what they're saying.
They're laughing at you. They're laughing with you.
So yeah, these chairs, you know, I mean, I'm glad that I'm thankful for the opportunity to do these, but it's not fun.
Mary said she can't hear you very well.
Oh, sorry, yeah, the microphones haven't been working. I don't know if they're working again, but sorry, I'm not talking very loud.
What are you putting on top of the seat when it dries?
Gator Hide. Good question. Who asked that?
Who asked that? Maggie.
Maggie, I'm going to be using Gator Hide. Same thing I put on the tabletop. You know, I did the table to this last week. And I have all of the steps and all of the directions and all the products that I use on my website, traceysfancy.com. And everything that I did is there.
Connected. We're back.
We're back. I'd really rather be working on that other chair though, babe. Can you bring that one to me and move this one? It looks so dark over there. Oh, don't hit my chair. Awesome. That chair doesn't look a lot lighter now that I look at it.
Yeah, it's fine.
Huh?
It's fine.
It looks fine? Okay, so
Don
this-
says, thanks for doing this video. We'll be doing this exact thing for a client's piece, or for a client in March.
Yay! Awesome. Who was that? Helen?
She said she's dreading it already. No, it was
Yeah.
Dawn Pettis.
Who?
Dawn?
Oh, Dawn. Yeah. I mean, I knew as soon as she said, well, how, my client was like, well, how
You
would you
speak
do
louder,
the,
honey.
how would you do the chairs? And I wanted to say, oh, I would just paint the whole thing. That's what I wanted to say. I was like, well, I mean, honestly, I'd stain the seat and paint the chair. She was like, okay, that sounds good. Where is Dawn? Where is she? Where are you, Dawn? Where are you located? Tell me. All right, so that looks like I have all of the bases painted. So I'm pretty much done with the tiny little brush.
Cashmere Heart says Tracy's Fancy Fanny.
Yeah, Tracy's Fanny.
She's
Didn't
in
I
Kentucky.
say that? Oh, I said Tracy's Panties on Facebook. That's
Oh,
not
yeah.
remember. I was
Dawn.
on a live video and I said, "Hi, I'm Tracy with Tracy's Panties." When was that? That was not that long ago.
Dawn is in Central Kentucky.
Ooh, Central Kentucky. Well, I can't wait to see what you do. So with the spindles and these sides, I try to do like all the back and then flip the chair and do all the front and then to flip the chair, you know, from side to side so that I make sure that I've got all the wood covered all the way around. Instead of working, like right now I'm doing this, but normally I would stay on the back. If I weren't trying to, you know, see y'all, I would have it like this. And I would stay everything that I could see right here in this field. Right here. And using the little 1-inch brush, guys, this is genius. I mean, it's like, I'm a genius. No, I'm not. But you know what I mean. It's silly to try to use a big brush. And if you've seen the video of the lady using a glove on her hand, that's great. It is great. It does sheer spin. She puts like a regular, you know, latex glove or whatever, a painting glove on, and then she puts her hand inside a winter glove, and then she just dips it in the paint and then just like strokes all the stuff so that it's covered. That works great, but not so great when you've got stain underneath. That really only works if you're painting or staining the entire thing. But it looks good. It looks smart. But not for this. This you just gotta be a little bit more tedious, a little bit careful, because you don't want anything to drop down there on that seat below you. Matt,
Yes.
could you tell me?
All the comments are frozen. We're not getting any.
What?
Well, I mean,
What do you mean?
occasionally a statement will come across. No questions. Got 92 on here.
Okay. We good?
Mhm.
Are we good, guys? Are y'all done with us for the night? I'm gonna be out here painting, but I gotta open a door because there's too many fumes from the stain.
It's 8:15.
I know what time it is. I gotta watch. Gotta watch on, my honey. Are you hungry? I thought you were gonna make chicken.
I was, but then I ended up filming videos.
Oh, so you're not cooking chicken?
It was as soon as I get up. But unless you want me to go do it now. Hi, Janet.
Hi, Janet.
What 1-inch brush do you like to use?
I have so many, y'all. I have so many 1-inch brushes. Look, they're all three of these are different. I just grab whatever I can. I'm sure one day I will own a really nice, set of brushes, but I use them so often. And I like them when they're brand new looking like this, and I also love them when they're like that and they're all splayed out. I use this for my final coat to give like a really nice, feathery, soft, smooth final finish.
Hey, Brody, I told her what time it is.
What did he say?
He said, yeah, Matt, she knows what time it is.
That is my son, you guys, that he's talking to.
Why not cover the seat and paint with a glove or a sprayer?
You could, but how are you going to cover that seat between those spindles?
Use some cellophane or something. That'd take a while.
That is not worth it to me.
How much drying time till the
You
furniture?
got all between every single spindle, and you're going to like perfectly cover it in that circle.
It'd be tough.
I don't know how you're going to do that.
How much drying time till the furniture can be used?
You can use the furniture once you've top coated it and your paint is dry. You can use it within just a few days. Light use within a few days. A week would be really good. But by the way, whoever said why not cover the seat? I'm not making fun of you. But literally, I would love to figure out a way to cover that seat and only expose tiny little spindles, but I don't know how to do that.
Maybe you just hang the chair upside down and attack it that way. Karen said if you're near a Ross.
Oh wait, it takes 30 days for the paint to truly cure. By the way.
Okay.
Okay, what?
Where'd it go? There it is. Karen, if you have a Ross store near you, they have good brush sets there for a good price.
At Ross?
At Ross.
I've never seen those at my Ross. Are you kidding?
Do we have one around here?
Yeah, we do. I did not know that. I've never even seen crafty stuff there at all. At ours. Huh. What's Brody doing? He's on with us?
What are you doing, Brody? What time is it there? It is, let's see.
Brody's in Okinawa.
It's
so
11 a.m.
It's 11:15 in the morning. Over there. We're just over here, Brody, doing what we've been doing for the last 14 years. Out here in the garage. Working. Nothing's changed, hon.
Oh, Teresa's on. DuPaul.
Aw, Teresa's on. That's Brody's mother-in-law.
Hi, Teresa.
Hi, sweetie. Down here on the legs. So this B.O.S. primer that I'm putting on right now, y'all, it will really be dry in a couple hours, be ready to come out and put paint of paint over it. But I'm gonna finish this and let it dry overnight, and I'll come out and start working on finishing it in the morning.
Sharon wants to know if you need to worry about the brush strokes when you're applying B.O.S.
You know what? I don't have any issues with them, but honestly, if you're really worried about brush stroke, yeah, if you put it on too thick, you're gonna have them. But I mean, I'm not worried about it.
Michelle has a dog named Brody, and when I said it, the dog looked up.
That's funny.
Get him, Brody, get him.
This is what you can do, whoever's asking me about brush strokes. So, if you start for some reason, whatever brush you're using, having brush strokes, if you use the fluffier brush like this, that it's all splayed out and old, you can dip your B.O.S. in that, and then you can pounce, just like this. And when you pounce, you don't have brush strokes, you have pounces. It dries, it's almost a little bit like a little bit of a texture to it, but not really. It levels out really well, and this gives more of a sprayed look. But I don't. Do you notice on the white Cherry brush strokes?
I haven't been up close, but it's a flat, so I would say no.
It's a flat. What's a flat?
The paint is flat.
Not really, babe. It's got a sheen.
I can't tell. Michelle says she loves to pounce.
Oh, you love it. So do I. Matt, don't. He's laughing, Michelle. Sorry. He's a man. Typical man.
She's the one with the dog. Okay, we're getting a low battery warning.
Yeah, we are getting a low battery. Okay, guys. Well, I'm going to leave y'all. I'm going to stay out here until I get this finished because I need to come out and paint and photograph this tomorrow. So I'm just going to keep working, but we were low on our battery anyway, legit. So we're going to let you guys go. Thank y'all for joining us tonight while we sit out here. I'm going to let y'all go so Matt can go in and cook some chicken.
Making dinner.
Can I have him go in and cook some dinner, please? Please. I'm hungry. Some chicken and sweet potatoes, please.
Thanks, guys.
Okay? All right, well, take care, guys. We'll see y'all later. Good luck with your projects.
Bye-bye.
Bye.